Assalamu alaikum warahmatullah. Salatu wassalamu ala Rasulullah. This is Quratulain Bukhari, Leadership Ali from Rehan AI Teachers Training Institute, batch number 24, level number 1. This is day 13th of my teachers training, and today I'm here to record a review video of a TED Talk that is about Mariappan Jawaharlal, and the topic is Stop Teaching and Start Learning. I have gone through it and I made some notes out of this TED Talk. Today, I want to share the insights that I have uh, got from this TED Talk, and I'm starting the video. I'm starting the video with the introduction of the speaker. The speaker name is Mariappan Jawaharlal, and he is an Indian educator, entrepreneur, and inspirational speaker known for his innovative ideas on learning, education, and personal growth. He is the founder of Mariappan Insights, where he shares practical lessons on critical thinking, leadership, creativity, and lifelong learning. Through his TEDx talks and workshops, educational programs, he encourages people to move beyond rote learning and become curious, self directed learners. In his TEDx talk, Stop Teaching, Start Learning, he argues that true education is not about simply delivering information. It is about inspiring people to ask questions, explore ideas, and take ownership of their own learning journey. So, Dr. Jawaharlal begins by sharing a childhood memory. When he was about 10 years old, people around him would often ask him, "Are you going to become a doctor or an engineer? If not, what will you become?" And he says the third option was the failure. At that age, he felt as though there were only three options in life: whether become a doctor, or become an engineer, or become a failure. What was he trying to say? He was not criticizing doctors or engineers. Instead, he was showing how society often defines success through only a few professions. Children are encouraged to follow a predetermined path instead of discovering their own interests, talents, and passions. So, what lesson does this teach us? It teaches us education should help children discover who they are, not force everyone to become the same kind of successful person. After sharing his story, he asked us to think about education itself. Many people believe the purpose of education is to get good grades, earn a degree, find a high paying job. Dr. Jawaharlal asks us to think deeper. His message is the real purpose of education is to help people understand the world, think independently, solve problems, and continue learning throughout their lives. Jobs, technology, and industries keep changing. If students only memorize information, they may struggle when things change. But if they learn how to learn, they can adapt to any situation. So, the central idea of his TEDx talk is teaching is not the same as learning. Many teachers believe that once they explained a lesson, learning has automatically taken place. Dr. Jawaharlal says this is not true. He gave a simple example for that. Imagine a swimming coach who spends 2 hours explaining swimming techniques but never allows students into the water. Did the students learn swimming? No. They only received information and only information. Learning happens only when students actually practice it. So his message is teaching is what the teacher does. Learning is what happens inside the student's mind. The two are not always the same. Schools often measure success by asking questions like: did the teacher complete the syllabus? Did students pass the exam? What were their grades? Dr. Jawaharlal believes these questions miss the most important one. And the most important one question is: did students actually understand what they learned? For example, one student memorizes every answer and scored 95%. Another student scores 80%, but truly understands the concepts and can apply them in real life. Which student learned more? So he believes understanding is far more valuable than memorization. So children are naturally curious. They constantly ask questions like: why is the sky blue? Why do birds fly? Why does it rain? These questions show that learning begins with curiosity. Sometimes schools unintentionally discourage curiosity by rewarding only correct answers and memorized facts. Students become afraid of asking questions because they don't want to appear wrong. So his message is education should protect curiosity because curiosity is the starting point of all meaningful learning. So he says learning happens through doing, through practical. One of his strongest belief is that people learn best when they actively participate. Listening to a lecture is helpful, but actually doing something creates deeper understanding. For example, you can watch cooking videos for a month, but until you cook a meal yourself, you haven't truly learned cooking. The same applies to science experiments, language learning, mathematics, engineering, and almost every other subject. So his message is real learning happens through practice, experimentation, discussion, and experience. So he wants to make us understand that mistakes are not the enemy. Many students are afraid of making mistakes because mistakes often lead to lower grades or criticism. Dr. Jawaharlal argues that mistakes are actually one of the best teachers. For example, when a child solves a math problem incorrectly, simply giving the correct answer teaches very little. Instead asking, can you explain how you reached this answer? Helps the child reflect, identify the mistake, and understand the concept more deeply. So his message is, mistakes are not failures, they are opportunities to learn. So he wants to make us understand that teachers' role should change. Traditionally, teachers have been seen as the source of all knowledge. Students simply listen, write, make notes, and memorize information. That's it. Dr. Jawaharlal believes teachers should become guides instead. What does a guide do? A guide encourages discussion, asks meaningful questions, creates learning activities, helps students discover answers themselves, supports students instead of giving every answer immediately. His message is, the teacher's greatest success is not finishing the lesson, it is helping students truly understand it. So, the title of this TEDx talk is Stop Teaching, Start Learning. So, and many people misunderstood it. He's not saying that teachers should stop teaching. Instead, he is saying teachers should stop measuring success only by how much they teach. Instead, they should ask, did my students understand? Can they apply this knowledge practically? Are they thinking independently? Are they becoming lifelong learners? His message is, education should shift its focus from delivering information to creating meaningful learning experiences. His final message is, at the end of the talk, Dr. Jawaharlal encourages teachers, parents, schools, and educational leaders to rethink education. He wants classrooms where students ask questions without fear, think critically, solve real life problems, learn through exploration, work together, and continue learning throughout life. A truly educated person is not someone who knows all the answers. Rather, a truly educated person is someone who knows how to keep learning. So that was it, which I got out of this TEDx talk by Mr. Dr. Jawaharlal, and it was me, Kuratulin Bukhari, Leadership Wali from Rehan AI Teachers Training Institute. Inshallah, in other video with some other topic, we'll meet again. Till then, God bless you all.